welcome back to Ted Davies Artistry. My name's Ted Davies. I'm an artist and author. And if you are a creative that is trying to build a business in your creative field, this is the place to be. We're talking about 2023 and this last year, both good and bad, actually more good than bad. But it was a challenging year. I'm going to be checking my notes here, so bear with me. We had a tremendous amount of growth last year in business, in this particular business, thankfully. And I thank you guys for tuning in and watching the videos and putting up with my journey in a lot of regards, because I think that I try to put out the best content that I know how, especially in business. And I'm trying to show you that as a creative, you can take your hobby, because that's exactly what it is if you're not making any money at it, and build a profitable business. And that's what I've been trying to do for the last 4 years. And I think we've managed that pretty well. This last year, the challenge of this year was the flood, the roof destruction, if you want to call it that. It was the water leak that ended up causing us to rebuild the studio. This is all a brand new studio now, which is fantastic, but the flood really kicked us down. I lost artwork and things I was working on, commission work, and all kinds of stuff in that, and it pushed us back almost 6 months, and it was pretty devastating, to be honest with you. But there's always a silver lining, right? You try to look for that. It's not always easy, but we did it. The insurance company was great. The contractors were awesome. And what's interesting is our business grew. Our YouTube channel really grew last year, even in the midst of this 5 or 6 month downtime that we had, trying to regroup and everything, get our wagons back in a circle. And what was interesting is that the growth that we had from this time last year was over 2,000%, which I didn't even know that was possible. From the analytics on YouTube, we have had over 155,000 views from this day in December, more than last year, which is insane to me. 155,000 views. Thank you. Thank you for looking, and thank you for continuing to come back to the work that I've been doing. A lot of it contributed to a lot of the short content, a lot of the short videos that I've been putting out, a lot of the artwork. Tens of thousands of views have been coming in because of that, and I thank you guys for appreciating my art, and it means a lot to me. And I'm glad that it's enjoyable for you. I'm glad that it brings us hopefully a smile to your face. I do want to thank a couple people, though, because that's, it wasn't just me that did this, and I know that without viewers like you, I wouldn't be able to, nobody would see the work anyway. So thank you first and foremost. I want to thank a gentleman by the name of Craig Hall, who's a producer out in LA, and he's been scripting our book, my book Retrieve, into a live action series. And that has been completed, and we are now moving on, as they say, with the process. So that's about all I can say on that, but it's very hopeful, and we're looking forward to some news in the future very soon. We also did a podcast called From the Trenches of Hollywood. I want to thank him for that and everything that, all the editing and procedural work that he did on that. I want to thank Glenn B. Fleming. You guys know the awesome artist and the creator of Comics Unlimited magazine, and he was also a co-host of Truthmongers. And I want to thank him for all the completion of both Comics Unlimited and the Truthmongers during the course of the year. It's always good working with Glenn. He's a terrific guy. And if you haven't, by all means, check out Craig Hall and Glenn B. Fleming, both on the internet. And then I want to thank Christine Davies, my wife. She's the absolute rock here. She does so much for just the. There would be no Ted Davies Artistry without Christine. So, and there would be no Ted Davies, to be honest with you. She's just fantastic. Um, Check out everything that we've done with Ted Davies Artistry, but with Drinking with the Davies and so forth through the back catalogs and that. And it's always it was a very good time when we were doing that, and uh, it was very enjoyable, very enjoyable. And thank you, Christine, for always having my back. Um, we're evolving. Ted Davies Artistry is evolving as a company. Um, and this next year is a pretty important. Actually, right now everything's in the works right now for next year. We've already done a lot of the legwork, and we're still putting forth a few things that are going to be happening. But I guess that the big drum roll is that we are changing up a few things. You've been seeing a lot of things changing in the studio. I'm not wearing a hat anymore. Earrings are gone. Uh, I'm growing up, I guess, or what have you. But the authenticity part of Ted Davies is as an artist and as a business owner, as a writer. I want to be as authentic as I can be, and I think that it's fine to have a shtick or a persona, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to be real because I think that right now a lot of people um, need some direction on their businesses, and I can offer that. I think that they have all the greatest intent as creatives, but not all of them are good business people, and that's where hopefully I can help. And I kind of want to just boil it all down to where I'm doing my artwork, I'm doing my writings, and I'm showing you how we're doing it. I'm showing you my plan of attack on how I do things and how I run a business, a profitable business. And if you're in that marketplace or that headspace, this is definitely why you're here. I mean, why I'm doing this. I want you to see exactly how I'm doing this. So, what I've decided to do, and I've been talking about on YouTube and a couple other things actually, is we have partnered up with Substack, and I've decided to use that platform because I want to offer a subscription to my community, my Ted's Tribe. What we're going to be doing differently in 2024 is with YouTube, I'm going to be growing everything with short videos, and we're going to continue that as I've been doing. Instagram and Facebook, they're connected, so I'm going to be using them as a platform as well for information to go out, but it's going to be very basic as far as interaction goes. You can contact me there, of course, as well through YouTube, but the majority of the content that I'm going to be putting out is through my subscription. So in that, it'll be through Substack. I will include the link here if you haven't already jumped on there and signed up for it. The subscription will run $5 a month or $50 a year. And in that, you're going to get a couple different things, which I think are going to be extremely valuable as an investment for you as a creative business owner. One of the major things about being a subscriber is the podcast. This is only going to be available on Substack's platform. I'm not going to be putting it on Spotify or Apple or anything. This is only going to be for subscribers, and it's going to be a private podcast, all different topics. Mainly, it's going to be about business, but it's going to be the creative process. We might have a couple interviews because I've had a lot of requests for me to bring an interview show back. But this private podcast that's only available to paid subscribers, I think is going to be huge. I think it's going to be a very good way for you to learn different aspects of the business and to get that inspiration sometimes that you need that not everybody gives you. It's more of a private community, which I like that. I like the fact that we can actually have a community of like-minded individuals that are trying to build each other up. Basically, it's $5 a month. It's a great maybe a couple cups of coffee a month to be part of the community, be part of Ted's tribe on the subscription rate. But in that, let me tell you what you're going to get. Here's a little bit more of the sizzle versus the steak, but you're going to get the behind the scenes look at me building my business, and that's in, good, bad, and the ugly. There's going to be a lot of there's things that don't always make it to YouTube, and that's important because I think you need to see that it's not always rosy. It's not always perfect because you're going to run into that in business. But behind the scenes, that could be a lot of fun stuff too. So there's going to be some interesting things from behind the scenes. You're going to get tutorials that I'm going to offer for my artwork as well as in my writing. There's going to be early bird, if you want to call it that, looks at the new books that are going to be coming out, and I'm going to be doing readings on that too, so you can hear the audible part of what I'm trying to do with my creations, and it should help you if you're a writer. That should really help you because you can critique me as well, which is that's worth $5 a month, I'm sure. Business tips and processes are going to be something that I'm going to be doing a lot with because us as creatives, sometimes we fall short. We get too much into our heads with the creativity and we don't realize what we're missing in the business side of it. And we're going to go through that every month. I'm going to have some update on business activities and maybe a direction of maybe how you can build your business a little bit more cost effective and such, because there's so many generalizations on the internet right now on business. I want to be more specific. I want to be more specific with writers and with artists, and that's really not just my niche, but that's is because of what I do, right? So I would rather have a viewpoint that's going to help you. I can show you my experiences, not as far as advice, but this is what happened. This is where I think it could go, or this is where it did go, and you can take that and then use that and apply it in your business world, in your environment as a creative. One of the things too, we're going to be doing long video content only through the Substack, through the subscription with Ted Davies Artistry. What does that mean? That means that you'll be able to see, if you're a subscriber, you're going to be able to see the drawings in full content, or very much long content, but it'll be more step by step of what I'm doing, and that'll blend in with the tutorials. I'm also going to offer a tutorial package that you can also purchase. It'll only be available for subscribers. So then that way, there's a little exclusivity to it all. You're going to have an option to really, as a community, as Ted's tribe, to get the most out of it. It's definitely something I would look at as far as an investment for your business and for your future. I'm going to be able to get feedback from you of what else you want to see with the with Ted Davies Artistry's content, which is huge. That's going to be really, really good. That I can provide more content in the direction that you as entrepreneurs or you as creatives want to see. You're going to be able to get emails from me, and you won't be inundated. It'll just be, here you go. This is part of the Ted's Tribe newsletter, and here's your connection because you're a paid subscriber. Whatever else I added for that month or that week, what have you. And I think it's a great opportunity for both of us. I look forward to this next year, and I'm looking forward to you being part of Ted's Tribe, and we're building this thing. Thank you guys so much. Much success in 2024. No envy, no fear, as we say here at Ted Davies Artistry. Thank you again. Have a great holiday, and Happy New Year.